Alright, so for this you'll want Best in Slot Necro with a Grimoire and Majorat Aura, Ice Nile. As for your inventory, I went a bit heavy on the Super Cerebrus, but do take plenty of food. Super Adrenaline Pot. Dummies are, I would recommend at least one. Spiritual Prayer Potions, not so much. I pre-summon before I drop down, and then we're off to the races. Go ahead and invoke Deathmark, invoke Lord of Bones, and hit him with a bloat before you start climbing. That way your conjures also start attacking. I use Disruption Shield here, although I don't necessarily recommend it there. It's not going to prevent any damage from the red bomb, only if you get hit with the blue bomb first, but I also Resonance, so kind of unnecessary. For those of you still going for parkour, it is easier in a solo, though I do not recommend doing it in the same kill that you're trying to get your first solo Rago. And as you'll see here, I actually do stand up here and I do not try and climb his back. And the reason for that is this allows me to have one extra item, which in this case is a Super Cerebru. That way I'm not starting the kill with one free inventory space, which I'll need in order to jump on his back. So as I'm dealing damage, he's dealing damage to me here. I'm not particularly trying to reduce it because I do need to get rid of that one Super Cerebru. But at least this way, I get that full health when I do it and finally jump on his back. You want to have him around 40k if you're using Necro and Death Marking before you jump on his back. I did it at 43k, you know, that's fine. Not really a big deal there. And we're done with P1. Now, you'll see it here. It didn't happen successfully for me, but he's already jumped twice. I believe that's his third jump. No, yep. You can actually summon your conjures there if you were a little bit faster than I was. Here you're going to want to Freedom the first bleed, dive into a corner for the second, wait for him to get close enough, start running there, surge, wait for him again to get close enough, start running, surge again, and for the fifth one you can either clear that with a numbing root or dive away. Either works. You should have it off cooldown if you do have mobile. Surged away there because I didn't want to let my skulls keep bouncing as a reflect was coming. You can get back on him one attack before he sends out the red bomb, and then 4 attacks after the red bomb is sent out is when he starts to bleeds over. There we go, 1. Freedom that one. Dive away for the second. Start moving and surge away for the third. Do the same thing, surge away for the fourth. And then the fifth, either use a numbing root to clear instantly, or you can dive, surge, whatever you have off cooldown. You'd want to get him a little bit lower than that, but that's still pretty good HP. As you'll see, he does regain some over here. And you can split soul, or soul split rather. I wouldn't recommend split souling this, but you can soul split this entire portion of phase 2. So you can use your Excalibur and only really eat up when you're very low on HP, like I would say around 1000 HP or so. Otherwise, you're going to still need to throw out some serious damage. So here I put a bloat on, use full volley of souls, and then my T90 spec basically brings my HP all the way back to full, so didn't really need to use any food there. Alright, so for the next phase, I chose Scops as that is the easiest one, easiest rotation to get this done on. You're going to want to start that in the southeast corner. Obviously, summon up your conjures, use their commands, and interesting point to note here is you do want to be using Vengeance as much as possible. You're praying for Protect from magic and running away from the Scops. You want to get them close enough to each other so that you can threat them. But the reason you're using Vengeance is because Blue Bomb damage is actually reflected to them from Rago when you use Vengeance. Obviously, I'm not putting out elite DPS here, just sort of running them in a circle, trying not to take damage from them, although that is costing me significantly more blue bomb damage from Rago, but, you know, you go with the worst of, or lesser of two evils, I suppose. Don't forget you will be needing to sip your overloads multiple times through this fight. And for phase 4 waterfalls, I will be showing you how to do clone skips. So after that initial dive out of the waterfall, you want to get underneath Rago to get him to face the direction with his back, so I guess back facing the direction he would be going. So there's the red bomb, 4 autos, and we're going to go right into bleeds. Same as before, freedom. Dive away, although that didn't go exactly as planned there. I'm actually going to walk him into this corner and then start walking that way. If you time this well, you can actually get the achievement for clearing all bleeds without taking any damage. Here I'm gonna try and slow down my damage output just because I have him already at only 98k HP, and in a further, you know, 70k damage it will roll over because of Death Mark, and I'm not dealing another 75 80k damage on top of that, just so I have everything off cooldown for P5. Picked up the mall piece there. And now for phase 5, I do want to stress, do not prioritize reflect. Instead of reflect, you will want to use debilitate. And same with resonance. You can resonance a couple of blue bombs. I recommend divert, which in this kill I did not use divert, but yeah, just keep resonance and reflect to a minimum. Make sure conjures are always up and using their commands, and of course vengeance whenever you can. Also, do not forget to pick up that last maul piece and assemble the maul before you drop down, otherwise you will be taking 500s in damage if it is not assembled. Here on drop down I drop a dummy to start building up on it, although realistically with Necro, if you have persistent rage, conservation of energy, fury of the smalls, not really necessary. So use your skulls. I also use my T90 spec, the Revolve Bomb of course, invoke Lord of Bones. and then I just build back up. I think I threw a bloat on here. On Scops, you do have 5 auto attacks after the purple bomb. Make sure you disruption shield the purple bomb. Alright, there I had enough for barricade, so I barricade and keep going. Somehow my undead army got desynced. There I cleared the first bleed. I was slow, so I did get pushed back because I did take some damage. Dive away for the second. Third one immediately, which I also did not do. You want to clear with the dumbing root. Otherwise, the first tick damage you take from that melee hit, you will get pushed back 1 tile. And here you have a good amount of time to deal some serious damage. You're going to get another purple bomb before the reflect, and there it is. I use skulls, which I had off cooldown. At this point, the idea is to sort of build up. Disruption shielded the purple bomb, so I only took 2k damage instead of 4k. No adrenaline loss. Here I could have pushed it, but you'll see that I kind of took the foot off the gas, and I'm just holding adrenaline for the reflect. And there we go, barricade again. Trying to sip my super adrenaline potion, which I can't because I still am on cooldown. Freedom that first bleed, get ready to dive away for the second. There we go, and instantly numbing root the third one. Didn't take any tick damage, did not get pushed back. You also want to make sure you're not in melee range. That helps reduce pushback and damage. Now I could have mauled here. Of course I was slow and he moved forward. And so at that point I decided I'm going to drop my second dummy, which I kept, build up on it, so that I can finish him off on this final cycle. Freedom that first bleed, didn't attack so that I wouldn't take any tick damage. Dive away on the second, and then numbing root the third. Here, since I have some time, I'm going to wait to build up to skulls. There's the purple bomb. And there is the maul. So hopefully that helped you guys out. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead and like the video, comment. I'll try and answer everything to the best of my abilities. Other than that, like and subscribe, and catch you guys on the next one.